everybody, welcome to my channel, Maples Grove. As you can tell, I have purple hair now. If you want to know what it is, it's a deep purple, eggplant purple. It's called Deadly Nightshade from Manic Panic. Anyway, so I am doing a tag that I had in my head that I wanted to do for about almost a year. I originally wanted to do it in January, February timeline this year. Busy, doing other workings, spell workings, a couple other different videos I want to do, and work and everything else. So here we are in October, finally sitting down and doing this. So I got 13. This video is 13 episodes from witchy content creators, occultist, pagans, whatever, what have you. This was not easy. I am planning on doing another one probably in 2026. I might push up to 2027, but I don't know, we'll see. I will be tagging some people at the end, so this will be a hashtag. The hashtag will be 13 witchy episodes. So hopefully hashtag 13 witchy episodes. So without further ado, let's go. Astro Perpetoire. Ranking magical tools. Do you really need it all? This was aired in May of 2024. So she was ranking tools, not just the basic, but other tools as well, like the brooms and all that stuff. That was really good. And I liked her perspective, and I also liked how, at the end of the day, this was her perspective. You know, what she thought is low could be somebody else's higher up on their tools. Next one is magical crafting, creating a shrine to the goddess Persephone. I believe she did a new one not too long ago, or she was going to. She did one in November of 2024, and I thought I was there for the live, and I interacted in the live comments and stuff. So beautiful. It was a beautiful shrine. I believe she sold it. I think she's planning on making another one. I mean, her shrines, the way she makes the shrines are just absolutely beautiful. And I really like the goddess Persephone. The next one is from underneath the veil of Marigolds. Road opening oil, remove blockages. She did, this was aired in November of 2019. It's a little older one. She ended up doing a step-by-step of making a road opening oil. I will say this, I did do it. There was one thing I did not have, but I replaced it with something else, but it still worked. It's worked wonders. So I have tried it, and it's been, I can't, it's worked really, really well. So underneath the veil of marigolds, road opening oil, remove blockages, check that out. Next episode from the Witch of Earth Curious and Goods. This was aired in May 2024. He did the Witch's Guide to Using Eggshells for Protection. He actually took the time and did spell work on using eggshells for protection. I believe he did 2 or 3. I believe he did 3 usage of using eggshells for protection. And I love that, because you see a lot of content creators who brings up eggshells as protection, but never really, they might give you a couple ideas, but never did a walkthrough of how to use it. So really appreciated that. That was great. Next one is Mint Feary. I don't know when this was. I forgot to write down the date of when she did this. I think it was like a year or 2 ago. She did 10 celebrities that are definitely part fairy. So these were celebrities that she went through and, said, hey, I think, we have fairies living here in Earth. And she went through some celebrities, and there was some that, there was a couple that popped in my head that she brought up. I'm like, yep. A couple of them, I'm like, oh, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. The two that I knew that I had a very strong hunch was Liv Tyler and David Bowie. So that one was a fun one. Another fun tag was Do It Yourself Autumn Oracle Set by Pagan Crafting. I believe it's Kara or Cora. This was aired in October 2024. I like this because it was an oracle set made out of wood, and she painted symbols that had to do with autumn. And I thought that was so cool. I thought that was so unique of making a divination tool based off of the season. Love that. Another one which I'm getting a little older, and this is pretty important. By April, I believe this was aired. I didn't write this down. There's a couple that after this one, it's like I forgot to write down when these were aired. Most of these were aired last year, with a couple of like 2019 or 2020. So April of Natural Witchery, she did Menopause Magic, Come Back to Your Body. And it was just her talk about coming back to your body as a woman going through menopause. Our bodies will be are changing when we go through menopause, just like our body changes when we hit teenage years, first couple of years of teenage years. It's going to be the same thing when you hit postmenopausal or menopause. Our body's going to be changing. And I thought that was really, really important from a pagan witchcraft perspective, who's practicing the craft. Yeah. Next one is, let's see. Okay. Luke from Pagan Progress, The Cauldrons of Posies. He talked through about the posies, which is the cauldrons, and which is, I believe it's like a Celtic thing. I'm slowly learning about that. He goes about the descriptions and history, the names and the positions of the cauldrons. So you got the cauldron of warming, the cauldron of vocation, the cauldron of wisdom. You got the homework deal. He really went through those, and it was just fantastic. He. I tried reading up on it. I think I flipped through a couple books that was trying to talk about it. I think the closest one is Matt Owen's Psychic. Um, how was it? Psychic. Oh my god. I got his book too. Oh, Psychic Witch, something like that. I got the book too. I got both his books, but he did talk about it, about the Cauldron of Posies a little bit. And Matt Owen did a good job, but Luke from Pagan Progress did a fantastic job. So check that one out. Next one is Blood Magic for the people that don't like blood by Midwest magician Sophie. I like that because she used blood that was like not real blood to use in your magic, and she did I believe she did a sample of what to do, or she did a spell work to do. Great. Next one is Afura Nefertiti, the Writing Witch. Casting a spell for a new home, manifesting a new home, and moving out of the apartment. She went through like, she ended up getting a notice about renewing the lease of her apartment, and it went up substantial. So she decided to work on prospering a new home and a new house. And one of the things that was kick ass was she took the not the actual lease, but like the notice of renewing the lease. She took it, and on the dark moon or the new moon, whichever one, she burned it. That was some Waka Wall stuff right there. Yeah, like I was like, you go. That is some that yeah, and that was the stuff. That was the first thing she did before, and then she started to do the work, spell work, and everything, and working to get the house that she wants for her and her family. Next one, watch me do a very chaos planetary magic ritual by Ivy the Occultist. She based off of during um, the Gemini new moon during the Gemini season, and she worked on. She was in school, so she needed to. Gemini is Mercury, intellect, school, what have you. So it was pretty chaotic. She watched the video. It was pretty. There was some chaotic to it, but it was so cool. It was so cool to watch somebody do a spell work based off of an air sign for helping with your schoolwork and passing tests and everything else. That was great. Next, I believe I have two more. And that is how to create and perform magical rituals that actually work, from the channel The Order of Chaos. I cannot pronounce his name. I apologize. I love the whole video, and one of the best parts what he says, he talks about symbolism, drama, form, and timing. And my favorite was he brought up in the drama section is to stop feeling silly. Yes. Do the work, do the movements of your body, make the circle, everything else. It is a form of drama. And I've been noticing the last almost, I would say the last 6-7 years on Facebook, on YouTube, whatever media, people coming into the crowds of any kind, they have to cast a circle, and they'll go, I feel so weird, I feel so silly. Well, he's right, stop. Like, if you're feeling silly, stop, because you won't, I really don't think you'll be able to focus if you're just going to focus on how silly you look. Yes, that's my little 2 cents. The Witch of Wanderlust, this last one, The Witch of Wanderlust for Olivia. I like this because it's Walking a Money Bowl, Crash Course on Money Magic. And she shows her altar setup and walkthrough and shows her favorite oils, and she brings up the days of the week. And what I liked about this one was about 3 years before that, she did a money bowl spell. And then about 2-3 years later, she did this. It was like a follow-up because she actually shared what her petitions were since she made that bowl. And it came to fruition. And that was like a couple of years, in a couple of years. I liked how after she did the money bowl, she shared her outcome, the outcome of it. She showed her altar, which her prosperity, abundance, money altar, which changes. I'm sure it changes and everything else every few months. And she shares like her favorite oils and certain other stuff. That was just fantastic. So those are my 13 favorite, not really favorite, but 13. Well, okay, I can say this favorite. 13 witchy episodes from the witchcraft community here on YouTube. So I like to know who is your 13 episodes. And like I said, I want to do this. I don't know it's gonna be next. I think I might do it again next year because we have a lot of decent, some fun and decent episodes from other creators that I could have switched these, but I didn't want to. So I just wanted to keep with the ones I had that I made up for the beginning of this year, I'll make a new one for next year. There's a couple of this year that I really, really like. There's also a couple old ones that didn't make it on this list that I want to add for next year. So the people I'm tagging is Ivy the Occultist, April from Natural Witchery, Selena from Essence of the Moon, Star from the Wild Witch, Underneath the Veil of Marigolds, and Sophie the Midwest Magician. I think that's it for now for the taggings. And yeah, I hope you like this. I hope you enjoy this. And I'm really excited of what some of your response are. So until then, guys, see ya. And don't get lost in the glow of getting out.